you. And this is sort of a follow-up question or a similar question. It's from Tuneful87. And the question is, will we ever see a new generation that's a throwback to G1s? So there's a lot of energy around G1s. So I think the question is, will we ever go back to sort of the G1 style? Good question.
As we kind of stated in the first question, which is very similar, we will continue to evolve the design and we will continue to evolve the different forms that you're seeing. While today we're only unveiling the fall 2009 line, I will reiterate Dan's never say never to some of these ideas, and just keep your eyes open and see what's next to come. But we definitely have the reference to what happened in the 80s. We are very familiar with the line between the sea ponies and the boy ponies and the old molds, so just stay tuned.
Okay, the next question is from Must Be Jewel. Must Be Jewel, here? Hi, Jewel. So the question is, I'd like to know if you'll have anything new in the works for collectors, like art ponies and Comic-Con ponies, and what direction they're going in terms of addressing the collecting audience.
I think many of you have already stopped by our booth today. There's some really cool collector stuff going on right now. We're super excited about our Comic-Con pony this year. It's probably unlike something we've ever seen before, and our designers are having a really good time with the Comic-Con ponies. I know everyone really loved the one from last year. Had this superhero element to it. They've now taken it to the next level. It's a double-sided pony. One side's a superhero, one side's a supervillain. So they also had a lot of fun with the packaging of that product too, to reflect both personalities of that pony. In addition to that, you may have seen what we internally call the pop pony. It's the orange pony that's up there. There's a pony that has an underwater theme to it. And then the black and white art pony, which came out last year, I believe, but is still available this year in 2009. So there's definitely some great stuff for the collecting community out there to look forward to. And I think we have a great lineup this year in 2009. So if you haven't seen it, stop by if you're in the case. And the Pony Fair organizers will also be raffling off a few sets. And they'll also be included in some additional prizes that they have here. So you may be walking away today with a few of those.
And just to add to that briefly, I know we talked about Jonathan Masuno. And then lastly, for those of you, this question didn't end up in our questions, but it was a question that Jen had posed to us originally, which kind of ties into the collector thing. The peacock pony, that is this year's convention pony, actually was inspired by the My Little Pony convention last year. It came up as something that people would be interested in seeing, and that all the collectors are really into green. They love green, but we don't have green ponies in the line anymore. So just know that your voices are certainly heard. You can see on one of the boards up here, if you want to stop by, a couple of the ideas that were also pitched for the Vegas pony. There was one that was a true callback to Vegas with some dice on the body, and we ended up, going with the peacock because it was something that we had heard the feedback that everyone would be really interested in. So keep the ideas coming. We are giving all that feedback back to our design team. And Stanley's doing some painting, so if we see something we like, we can definitely bring that back to them. So.
This question is from Little Spark. And the question is, will there ever be new characters beyond the core 7? Please.
Have you seen our collector ponies? In the core toy line, right now we're only planning 7 ponies, and part of the mentality behind this was that some of the feedback we get when we do market research with our 3 to 6-year-old girl is that when we had hundreds and hundreds of ponies, the girls were not able to connect with any of them. And at 3 to 6 years old, one thing that we know in the toy industry is that it's very important for them to make relationship connections. That's been the success of Dora and Diego and knowing characters. So the focus for our core line, which reaches those girls, will still be 7 characters. We've had great reception to them. Girls know all the core cast. There was a beautiful little girl here earlier who was naming them all off for us. We switched to core cast for spring. So great for us to see them really engaging in the characters. Through the collector segment, we will still introduce, new styles and variety there. But at the moment, the core business, which is Ponyville and Core Ponies, is the cast of 7.
just to add to that, being able to keep the brand alive with the 3 to 6-year-old girl is what enables us to also keep the collector ponies coming and all the other stuff coming. So we definitely want a whole new generation to get involved with My Little Pony. So by being able to make it something that's going to really resonate with girls today, enables us to keep doing more stuff with My Little Pony in the years to come. But thank you again for your guys' support on the whole collector line as well. We really appreciate it.
Okay, this question is from Babies, I'm sorry, I know I'm going to mess this up. Babies Derich? Let me look up. ETJE. Why did you decide to change to the new style of ponies?
Well, the new style definitely reflects the core cast, which we, again, been talking about a lot today. But they all have their own individual personalities that little girls will probably be looking to recognize. So the new style comes out of those characters. So you'll have new hairstyles. You also have different size and scale. So different size and scale reflects age. So Sweetie Belle's the youngest, she's the smallest. Tula-Rula is the oldest, she's the largest. So again, it all comes down to character recognition for a lot of the new look, and just a refresh and an update for My Little Pony to keep it going and make sure that it keeps going.
Okay, this one is from Serendipity, and the question is, will there ever be an adult-sized My Little Pony clothing line? Actually, I think I've seen lots of.
We've seen T-shirts,
I guess it is.
Yeah.
We do continue to have retro tees that are available within the line at specific retailers, but again, if there's a huge push for adult clothing line, it's something we should certainly bring back to our licensing team, because I believe their main focus right now is juvenile clothing. But we'll certainly bring back that feedback. We'd love to hear if there's things that you want beyond, retro T-shirts, as